Morning, Rize.
Good morning.
I wonder if I'm just not hearing the bell. Nope.
Possibly making calls to allow Liang and others in our group to do their massive abilities like that. Because usually he can't do that because we're all on the enemy, but if we called it off and then he did it and then we all went back in, we would rotate and give you your time. Same with Bile, because he can lay his circle. Because each one of us, we all have our own little big booms or whatever. Well, we have to practice decisive calls, because if I call Liang, ice spikes, everyone needs to know what that means. That means get the fuck out of the way. We can't fuck around with
Well,
that. And so
you might want to come up with a different name than ice spikes, because then you're just telling your enemy.
I pulled it out of my ass in this very moment. But yes, if we all trained it though, and we knew what that meant, if we knew what that meant, that would be helpful.
Your best bet is to probably come up with a word for whatever it is in a language that's not commonly spoken.
Yes, that's why most spells, when you learn them, have a different origin. Because if I say Cuvir Arcane Seal, it's like, I wonder what they're doing. They're sealing something arcanely, I bet. Or Fireball, Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, isn't a Cambion the person that makes coffee?
Isn't that a barista?
You're freaking ice cold queen lady.
It's just like a coffee shop then. Like it has like 9 floors.
Anywho, that's not what I came here for. I need to ask you a favor.
Oh, okay. I can clearly tell with your body language. What's up?
I wish to be the best Pokemon the Pokemon trainers ever.
All the better. You should get back on
Pokemon!
Fair enough.
It's a cage of creature catching.
Good morning.
Is that easy to move?
I'm picking up more than usual to trying to make it longer.
If I release some of it, I can kind of run around without a problem.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point if I don't make it stronger?
True. How well is it against certain things?
I mean, I think it's pretty good against, like, arrows and kind of anything projectile.
Hmm.
It try to hit it. It can probably take a little bit of a beating, but if it's like a giant blow, it's probably not for long.
What about like if Liang was to shoot or create ice around you?
I mean, maybe it would stop it from killing me?
You'd probably end up with a gap in his ice, but your spell would probably end. Or it would hold up for a second.
Probably. You know, well, because I used wind to keep the rock circling, so if I can't keep the rock circling, then it kind of...
Hmm.
You know.
It's good for small weaponry. Has a
I
chance
guess
of...
if they're going fast enough, maybe it hits the ice and makes it crumble.
Hmm.
I don't know. I've yet to really try it out.
Depends on how the conjuration works. Maybe like his icicle shots that he shoots. That would probably be caught by a stray boulder or two. Or pebble.
You know, at the least it would like break it into small pieces so it wouldn't hurt. It'd just be like getting hit with a snowball.
Hmm. Now, are you able to charge up a shot while you keep that up?
No, not with the coin. Well, I mean, no, not with that.
Not yet.
Assembly, woo! Hey, Cortez, good morning. Hey, Jamie.
Hmm.
Portal Callis.
I'm get around to the colors. Just on up, got it, don't worry about it.
You got it? You got it? No, it's not.
Fuck. Alright, it's a skull. Yeah. Fuck it.
Come on.
Yeah, sure did. You do it.
What?
Ricky.
Never mind, I'm not gonna say it.
Are we meant to be standing up right now? I thought we meant to be like standing and then told to
We're supposed to stand, yes.
Well, not everybody's here yet.
You're also going chicken
Man,
with
shut
your
the fuck
arms. You okay?
I usually I stand when everybody's here, and then I sit down when they tell us to sit.
I'm sitting in a lawn chair in the middle of a field of a lightning storm trying to blow me out of the chair.
Me too.
Write it down. Make sure you write it down.
Shit. Demonic. Writing it down.
I'm gonna do that 100%. 100%.
I love that. That tired play is great.
I really felt that scramble. Headache. Right.
Man's passing shot.
Headache.
You may be seated. Right, a few things for today. Today we'll be having our one of our lessons. done by a joint lesson of herbology by the Professor Blazehart as well as Professor Nisha from GMA. She'll be joining us shortly. I believe we'll be having that. Which of the rooms do you wish to have them in?
We will be utilizing the alchemy lab, but just for clarification, this lesson is more of a supplementary lesson and is not mandatory. It is optional. It is more for people that wish to further their studies of, if they wish to go into further alchemic lessons. If you wish to do further training outside of that, feel free to.
Yes, I'm sure the other professors can find work for you. Right. Right. Should do mail. What? And while mail is being distributed, will the squad captains of Ascension please stand?
Stand up, Zachary.
Speaking of.
Makes him look great.
Right.
Sit your ass down.
I think you are.
I don't know how to feel.
Right. Anyway. During the day yesterday, I gave one of your squad mates a word. Who could tell me what that word is? One of the squad captains, Ryder. Right. So one of the purposes of this, and I'm not surprised. One of the purposes of this, and what I hope to be doing here in the future, is the help of learning of dissemination of information. When you learn important information from someone, somewhere, something that could affect your squad, whether you know it or not, you should give it to your squad lead or someone, or make sure the information is disseminated across your squad. As foolish as it might be. So I'll be testing you a little bit here in the coming weeks for that. It seems foolish, and it seems silly, but it's a step. So, squad mates that do have that word, I suggest letting your captain know and getting that information through your squad. I will be testing you. You may sit.
So that's why she gave me some word.
Right. Other than that, however, if I can check my notes here. Oh, yes. That will be all for the day, though I might call upon you for individual squads for other assistance, so keep an eye out for that. Right, other than that, if you are going to the herbology class, please make your way to the alchemy lab. If not, please find something useful to do with your time. I'm sure the professors here can find something for you.
What do you guys do?
Dismissed.
I'm very sorry. I didn't understand what that was.
Good morning, back. I just wanted to make sure
Stand up, Zachary.
So who's doing what then?
Well, I feel like the alchemy thing is pretty knowledgeable towards medical. So we should probably go.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else to do if I don't go, so.
Of course.
I mean, yeah, it seems like something to do. So I wasn't really sure.
Should be interesting. Curious how they teach that here. Obviously, well, Professor Nietzsche's going to be part of it, so I guess it won't be that different from what we already know.
I mean, yeah, we should be supporting our professor. You know, that one.
Heading to the class, or?
Where do we go for the alchemy class?
It happens.
Well, the voting test's been held in the alchemy lab, yeah.
Alchemy.
Yep, I'm following.
Yeah, I remember where it is too. I guess I'll probably be.
Upper left. Ignis symbol. That means that's over there.
Follow me.
You do that. Yeah? What?
I might need to speak with you a bit later after class.
how far have you gotten in the world history yet?
Well, the first one I had finished pretty much all of it.
Have you studied through the second era?
Human calendar, after the elves and the vampires.
Yes. And did you happen to... Here's a bit of a pop quiz for you. About what year was the Cross-Allied Forces formed?
The year, a few years after the academy, right? About 100 years?
No. Flip to the end of the book, or at the very least to the end of chapter 3.
(1865) Ascension Academy Foundation. 100 years, give or take. 120 something odd years. You have the Cross-Allied Forces.
And
Professor
it's only
Eaton.
10 years after that. Hmm?
Professor Edinburgh. Never heard of anything else.
Well, I suggest you study these passages. Though, of course, if need be, I can share my work with you.
Ancestral Treaty. That's what? How many years ago would that be?
I'd say... over 250. So you would be somewhere around 270 years.
So long enough for at least some of the elves to remember.
There actually is a book that I would like to recommend to you since you obviously haven't studied this. And I certainly can't reach across the table. Come, take this book from me.
There's a lot of history books on those shelves. I've been going through them piece by piece. Started with most of the Fey ones, given that the elves were the last note of... Okay.
You know, I had the most intriguing conversation with Professor Berrien yesterday.
Hmm.
It was, well, I say intriguing. That is more than an overstatement. A boring interview, merely on what occurred at Fortune Bay.
Same. I held him to a little bit of a higher standard when I questioned him back. Did you also have things to keep off the record?
Of course. However, I didn't go so far as to question him about things given the severity of what happened. Or what could happen.
I simply offered the fact that we're not dumb. We notice when things don't align correctly.
Honestly, I have the feeling that he's preoccupied enough with this academy that it likely went over his head. Why, when I was in there with him, he delivered no fewer than, I would say, 5 letters through one of the cadets.
"50 years for the Vampire Wars."
According to this book, it looks to be more 30. But then, of course, you have the near 750 Cold War.
Basically a time frame of when everybody thought, is it going to start again and what's going to spark it? Right, alright, I don't see any problem with that.
Brushing yourself up on the code of conduct?
I didn't know that the alchemy lab was off limits unless supervised.
Admittedly, I did not know either.
Magic and weapons are not in designated areas. Well, quarrels between cadets may be resolved with officially sanctioned duels. It's barbaric, but sometimes it feels the need.
With as violent as this school is, it doesn't surprise me.
The Ashford mine. What does that cover?
Well, in the studies that I've just been reading through some of these general history books. Allegedly, that is the name of the mine on this campus. The book even boasts about how the attunement crystal here is, in fact, the largest one found in the world. Specifically, the one that creates the barrier around us.
Then why not move it somewhere else where it could be better used, like the sanctuary? Or why hasn't an Eosian war popped up for control of this crystal?
Well, just think of how many times this crystal has been mentioned outside of this academy. Or the mine itself. Even somebody who comes from a family of mining crystals has barely heard of it. Of course, we're in the business of mining. Not so much the business of making... I know the word for it. Making contraptions with them.
True. The processing, not the aftermath.
However, one thing I have noted is that the contraption, the device that crystal is used for up on top of the roof, wouldn't you agree it looks almost archaic?
Yeah, in part, yeah.
And according to the Ashvar Mine book, the academy was built here particularly because of the rich attunement crystal cave down below. According to the World History book, however, this academy was built 10 years after the Cross-Allied forces were founded. And allegedly, if I recall correctly, let's check. Ah yes, after the defeat of the evil cult at the Battle of Moontide Pass. I became quite curious as to exactly why this academy was founded here and not, say, as a fort perhaps. Or maybe
Especially when they
actually
just
build a decent mine here rather than having students
Hmm.
farm these crystals out of the caves.
convert this into an entire company or installment, really. Turning this into a school was
And
a
honestly, the
worse
cave
idea.
itself would be... The cave itself would be better defended, especially from students or staff who believe that they have total rights over everything inside the cave and on the property.
Making this a garrison of barracks would have been smarter. People that won't question things and go through the regular training and then leave. Then what is this? The Unavowed.
Some sort of undead battalion, allegedly.
But not by natural, or rather the normal means of raising a dead.
Rather, it seems more as though they have kept themselves, well, pure speculation. But if their motives are what I believe them to be, then it's likely they kept themselves in some sort of lichdom.
Hmm. Red
I also
caps.
expect you to share your studies with me.
I already figured out the red caps. Seen a few of them anyway. Valendor. Just the boggles that we had to deal with. Oh, good thing it was just the grease that they sprayed you with. The other one is a sticky fluid that clings to objects and walls.
Either way, it's very pungent.
I still have the vials.
I must admit, I've grown rather impatient with the lack of communication among us recently.
As I've told you, I was told by Professor Cassius not to look too much into things.
And so was I. And here we are.
Oh, I'm just reading history books.
I could say the same.
Hmm. There's a lot of
It's
things
not
in here.
necessarily our fault that they happen to provide relevant information.
Or not, depends on how you look at it. We don't know what's what.
Of course. Though it would certainly help if I, well, had more of a target.
Like, say, for instance, what some of us are actually looking for. What exactly
It'd
it
certainly
is.
be useful.
I can't tell you what it is either yet. All just guesses.
And guesses
And
really are all they're going to be.
an
However, I
entity.
believe at least one of these books provides a vital clue.
The fact that
And at the very least, it has reminded me of some of the things other students have said and some of the things that we have witnessed.
it's definitely an
So
entity.
take it as you will.
Now, it talks about sealing it away. About life claiming itself, right? It's like if the world's natural order of things came to be. It's found the right people to push back whatever this anomaly is.
And forgive me for such a fringe theory, but don't you agree that we are surrounded by quite the abundance of life here?
I mean, just look at the tree out the front. It courses with an energy. It has those runes marked onto it.
There's even trees inside their library.
That there is. The question of is, was that the choice of Miss Crescent? Well, no, this was built years before she worked here.
If we assume that most of the facilities here were built around the same time, and not merely a recreated or a reconstructed architecture.
True.
If you would, I'd like to inspect the mines.
Sure. I could always use an extra crystal or two.
Honestly, the lack of security around this astounds me.
I mean, the barrier itself is security. Unless they really didn't want us peeking around, they'd let it known.
Do you suppose that this academy has a means of obfuscating its location?
Hard to tell. That's always such a big task. Even if magically.
most people don't even think about this. But you really could cause quite a stir just by... well, just by mining some of this and then bringing it outside.
True. If I was to keep
Mining
mining
a
this
cluster
before we
even this
left,
big?
it'll make quite the pretty amounts of gold.
Thankfully, only Asperia is skilled with keystone manufacturing.
True.
But
now making a lot of
if
foci on the
these
other
were
hand.
to get into... yes, if these were to get into the wrong hands. Now, mind you, that sigil back there is similar to the sigil when crossing the barrier to the hot spring, correct?
Yes, that just shows that we're leaving it temporarily. Kind of like a gap on purpose, so that way we don't trigger it.
Well, then it certainly is obvious that this place isn't well known to companies outside of this academy or the Asperian government. Otherwise, you could dig your way in.
Very true. Let's see. Having to use the cheap versions instead of actually mining and facilitating real fire crystals so far. I need a reliquary, really.
If I was more involved in the actual mine side of things and not the paperwork of the whole process, then perhaps I would have an actual appreciation for the quality of these crystals.
Well, speaking of quality, that cluster right there is pretty good. I've done a lot of working with the materials. Is brimming with mana.
So, do tell me, Cortez, what all have you been hiding from me?
Hiding? Not really hiding anything. It's not really much to hide that you don't already know. There's just bits and pieces that don't make sense.
So you really learned nothing new?
Since we last spoke, just bits and pieces of the professors telling me not to keep looking into things because it's dangerous.
Do remember that if you are in fact withholding information, that I will uncover it myself.
I'm aware.
Very well then.
What about the door?
I've also gotten that conversation from Professor Cassius. Come again?
Door. What do you know about that?
little to nothing.
Same. All I know is that something's being held there. In conjunction with the thing we fought, possibly. What about the cloaked figure down at the bottom of the ruins that was watching?
All the information that I was able to glean from what Barian told me of it is that not many people saw it.
Yeah, that wasn't really my focus.
It seemed to be enough of an interest that he made sure to confirm it. Now, it could just be that he's worried about some mastermind or just a perpetrator running away.
True. Here. I only need one. It's no use, and multiple chunks came off. It's a good amount, though. Well, I probably shouldn't leave this tool here. Let's see if I can get it unstuck.
Honestly, the most information I've gotten has been from those history books. And even then, these are books that I've only found here. So at the very least, we can assume that there is at least a tinge of bias to them.
True. I still have to talk with Vivina. I feel like she trusts me enough that I could get some extra information.
Just make sure to appeal to her sense of justice. Without, of course, sucking up to her.
I think I'm on her good side enough.
As above, know that she has enough of an ego.
Yes, but she understands certain aspects of things. She plays the political game, but it's because she's good at it.
She is good at pretending she plays a political game. She is very good at the voice. She's good at the mannerisms. Playing the game goes beyond that.
I think she's good enough at faking it, considering she was raised a bit in it. She understands some of the ins and outs so far. There's a lot of human traits that she has copied. Same as yours. We all learn things in our own ways. Some of them don't need to fit for other political goals. But that doesn't change much. Same
Regardless,
outcomes.
I could go on about the things that she needs to learn. What you need to focus on, however, find an angle to appeal to that sense of justice, perhaps even blame her pride.
I don't think I need to do much in playing her. I'm pretty sure we have an equal playing field as it is. We've had conversations already.
Probably the best thing you could do would be to in any situation, if you feel the need to get even more information from her, or perhaps have her cough up everything, try to make it very apparent that this is a real threat, that not knowing something could honestly put us in danger.
I mean, that is the truth. Not knowing the enemy you're fighting, what they're capable of. We've already seen bits and pieces. Now what happens if we're not told something? What if it follows us back to our academy? Because we were in contact with it. It holds a grudge against Nerali.
Similarly.
At least that Zane fellow does, apparently. Apparently the entire academy he has a grudge against.
If I recall, there was something about his death.
Somehow they were involved, yeah. I wasn't able to get any specifics. You know, give it a little shine. Figure out what to do with that. I don't know what you use. It's pretty though. It's nice to look at.
I do suggest that you take a look at the descriptions, especially on the first page of the Moontide Passbook. As I said, there is a striking resemblance to some of the creatures we fought before.
First I speak with... Well, let's see. If I can't get Vivina to speak with me, then it's Professor Nisha. Then Professor Albrecht.
Unfortunately for myself, all I can do is eavesdrop and read.
The rapport is what's not there just yet. One too many missteps.
Honestly, if I had some sort of goal to begin with, perhaps I would have gone about this with a direction in mind.
Yes, considering it wasn't your initial strategy.
I didn't have anything to strategize for.
Not the reason to, correct? I also want to find out more for Hannah's sake.
What sort of person do you think would go just walk into an academy and be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make each and every one of you believe that I'm your friend, but really I'm trying to get information from you. Just right off the bat. Even if there's no information for me to get.
You mean my entire reason for going to the ball? I went because Hannah's family invites us. Once I realized that it was an opportunity to spy on her classmates, I took the chance.
When it
Was
comes
a bit.
to family matters, things that you are almost obligated to do, there's not much you can do against that. Besides, of course, going in, kicking and screaming.
Well, I was the only one from my family to show up. The rest of them were too busy.
That sounds about right.
My sister, politically, my father just doesn't care, and my mother stays cooped up most of the time now. Unless they were to pay him, that old coot wouldn't leave the house. What about you? We're heading back soon, and then the rest of the school year will be pretty quick, and then it's back either home or to study breaks, wherever you decide to go. I'm heading back to Valandor.
I'm likely to just. Good afternoon.
up to?
Reading in the library, that's all.
Taking a stroll.
Still not going home?
Now myself, over the summer. You know, I was honestly considering more staying at the academy, but
Extra studies.
with some of the things going on, I feel that returning home for a few months might do me some good.
Did this planter always... Never mind. It felt like it used to be smaller.
At the very least, it's always been this big to me.
Uh-huh. Looks like studies are done. I'll track down Professor Nisha. Where are you heading off?
I'm going to put this back by my bed.
Well, feel free. I'll let you know if I do anything important. Alright.
Since you're here, the yellow portal, if you would.
Of course. Voila.
How kind.
I need people to take cover and move.
Actually, we can do with what the effect of our abilities does. So for you, your rock spears crush. You can either use those two. For you, it melts. You burn, and I say froze or freeze, something similar. I don't know. Something the key word of what our abilities would do. Hi, Cortez.
Hello, you could just go by affinity.
Yeah, but we're trying to come out better on how to use our
Make calls.
AoE abilities. Yeah.
Well,
Their
what are you trying to
effective
accomplish
abilities.
with
More
each
effective.
ability? Let's say Nerali smashes
make
through.
so that we don't hurt each other.
Yours is
also
more of a
not telegraphing to the
disruption,
enemy.
right? So your acid disruption going down makes sure they know to get out of the way and stay out of that zone. Breaking, going through. If Nerali calls that out, she's smashing the area to pieces. Same thing with Liang. Your spells are more of a disruption in the enemy force.
I think we're just trying to figure out the best way to make the call out. So that
Yeah,
everyone
we're
can hear
just
it, or
Exactly
I
what
know
you're
I
trying
might
to
have
do.
be a
What
runner in
the
that
hell?
case.
Oh,
So if
I
one
don't.
person
What?
didn't hear it and they need to move out,
You alright?
well, that's just easy.
Why was there a hand through my chest?
Spirits.
I don't like the way that felt.
She can do that. She's just checking your soul.
She's just checking your soul.
I don't like that. I don't like
What
those
the
words
fuck,
either.
That's what she does. She checks
Oh.
your soul.
I don't think that you have never done that to me. Have you done that?
She probably has. You
Huh.
just didn't know.
Was I too drunk?
Maybe you were.
Yeah, you little gremlin.
Did you learn what you wanted to? Jeez. Don't even. Does that leave anything?
Okay, good. He's going to enlarge the barricade.
I was just playing with you.
Okay. Jeez.
If I wanted to see things about your soul, I would just put my hand through your chest.
Yeah, you just kind of did.
Head.
I don't really have. The only thing I can do is
Head.
I just run into battle. I'm a tank.
Head.
I just have breathing
Watermelon
fire.
head.
But your big fire
No,
breath,
I would put
it's
my
still something that we need to keep our distance
through
from.
your
Because
chest,
we cannot
not
be
my
fighting and then you do
hand.
that.
Ah, okay. All right.
That's true.
Let's.
I always make sure that you're not in the way.
So that's very important for us as well.
Nothing like your whole life flashing before your eyes.
All right, I've
Do you want that to happen?
erected the barricade. It was convoluted, but it's the best we got.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Uh,
I just do some memes with the hard
What
one.
exactly does
Ability
that
you wanted to-
entail?
You each wanted to practice, because I'll most likely do thunderclap.
Nothing. If
I'll
you
yell.
wanted to.
No, I can't yell clap them cheeks. That's too stupid.
Middle of fight.
Fucking Rex.
Well, yeah, Nerali might mistake that. She'll just start getting. No, I didn't mean dance.
Dancing in the middle
Actually, I
of a
didn't
fight.
see what you do. What exactly are your abilities?
All right, guys. So, what did you think?
It's complex.
Flamethrower.
Yeah, we're still thinking.
So the only thing
Okay.
I can think of, at least for now, I have to
Caliente is
kind
not a
of
bad
go
idea as the
out
trigger
there and
phrase.
test my abilities a little bit and see how
Do you want to go
wide
do
they
that?
range.
We can go do
Yeah,
that right
actually
now.
do.
Let's all do that. I'll erect the barrier.
Dang, did you know where Professor Nisha ran off to?
Sadly, no, she was still in the classroom. Trying to prevent Rudy to touch the plant because he didn't knew the plant was in front of
Yeah. I almost shot him in the back of the head yesterday.
him. That's the barrier.
On purpose or on accident?
Sorry, I waited.
Yes.
I didn't know you still went up.
Jamie?
Right.
Why are you going the long way?
No, I didn't hear. I just heard your voice. I didn't hear what you said.
It's a long way.
Oh. If you want to go the long way, you go to the center of the arena.
Well, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go a long way just to spite.
So does your fire work differently, I've heard, right? Because mine's just pure arcane.
Mine is soul fire. Fox fire, if you will.
I mean, I guess yours would still burn me.
If I make it burn.
I've been trying to change how my fire interacts so I don't burn people that are around me.
Good luck with that.
Well, similar to how Ashley does hers, her little bird is made of fire, but it's like a warm, gentle flame. It doesn't really hurt, and it heals. So
That does not make sense. Is it a special flame?
in a way, yes. I think it has to do with the fact that she uses a phoenix as mana, I believe, or something like that.
Very strange. Does not make sense.
Yeah, she keeps talking about it, and the little bird is basically a little tiny phoenix.
Those are incredibly rare. How does she get a little tiny phoenix?
Don't actually remember how
Where
she
does she
said
keep it?
I don't think she keeps it. I think it's kind of a part of her now.
It's a bird.
When she was young. Yeah. You should see her little wings then when she activates her mana. sister's kind of similar. I mean, the way my gun works is mostly my affinity mixed with a little bit of light. So when it lands, it sticks and explodes. But my sister is the opposite. She focuses on light and she has a little bit of fire. Her spells are healing, mine are damage. I've always wanted to copy her.
Very strange. These things don't make sense. Things are very strange.
What?
You human.
We're very adaptable, and sometimes weird things happen and we survive when we shouldn't.
Oh, Professor.
Yes, cadet. Hello.
Wanted to apologize on behalf of the students for your lesson. I found it very unprofessional of them.
Leonard corrected me saying that diamonds don't exist.
It's quite all right. It was a interesting subject with very.
It was bronze.
As long as they absorb the warnings, it should be fine.
A goldic Lizzie.
Regardless, that's no way to act in the classroom.
That was theirs. That was theirs.
That was mine. What?
There's a bunch of
I'm
bunches over here.
sure their decorum and etiquette will improve with
They are
time.
training to see about callouts. They want to figure out a way to notify what spells are going to be active in front of them. Unfortunately, they have yet to figure out the wording.
Oh my god, they're doing this again. They're doing this again. You believe this? Listen. Look. You see Rex in there? Rex can open up like 3 shields at once, alright? He's power creeping me. I'm losing it.
You better practice.
You can't do that too, Linux.
Soon I'll
No, I
be able
can't.
to summon spirits. And then I'll hunt with them.
Alright. Don't make me change into my celestial dragon form that shatters reality, alright?
I just don't believe it's real.
It's also called accidentally touching one of your horns. That shatters all my reality. It's breathtaking.
Oh, Linux!
Just ask Davril.
G'day.
Face that way.
Okay.
Look, are you ready?
Everything will be alright.
What is
I don't
What?
like.
I'm on-
I don't. It's cold. I don't like how that cold is.
I'm
look.
What is happening? What are you doing? Hello? Oh.
What is Crystal Thorn's word today?
I don't know.
Or phrase?
I have not been given a phrase.
Understood.
One of you was.
That
Yeah,
is
that's
not
two.
my fault.
4-0.
I have been not given a sentence. I cannot repeat it to earn points.
Under no circumstances will the phaser. What?
Sounds like you were supposed
what
to
the-
have been
what the-
given a phrase or a sentence or a word
Ugh.
by your squad leader.
I
Go
might
find your
not
Lila.
perform properly when I do not have the information I am given to perform.
Look at him, he's such a
sounds
show
like you're
off. He can
fine.
walk right through that thing. That thing's weak. Come on, get it together. Bigger isn't better, alright? What? Ooh.
I'm sure you get told that a lot.
I just thought about it, but Shizuko can actually
Can you
boop your
phase through
brain.
people now? Hello?
Yes!
I don't.
Very
I don't. No.
shortly.
Please no.
So could you, when it's inside of him, could you make it physical and just like?
Are you?
I think that
I
would
don't
probably
How about you
push
ask that
him out.
question?
Good idea. It would
Ask that
probably
question
cut
for
off my
yourself
arm.
next time.
Yeah, that's
And that takes a long time.
kind
to
of like
go
the
back.
boggles, you know, when they tell us that when that portal closes.
It's one of those. It's one of those things. I'm just denser. You know? So My
You don't want
my
to have
form.
to go through growing it back. It'd be way less worth it.
Yeah, you'd be better off
You
just
can just
putting your hand inside him physically from the beginning. Just like.
excuse me.
Excuse
You
me?
can just grow it back.
Yes?
You too? The whole bully the football
I-
routine? No, go shoo. No more. Get out of here. Had enough of that
You
from
bully the football.
my own compatriots. Oh,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7?
What are they up to in there?
I don't know. There's a lot of fluff. It's hard to tell when you're actually there.
it's mostly Rex showing off with his horrible spells.
I see.
Wow.
It's Liang's base boosted ice yet again that I keep hearing from across the campus.
Oh, that
It
too,
shatters everywhere, yeah.
It is a very echoey room.
I blame the hollow
He
ice.
has loud and proud ice.
Mhm.
Listen, man.
How are you doing today, Shizuko?
I'm okay.
That's good.
Gavin, your girlfriend puts her arm
Yes.
through my chest.
Yeah, she does that.
She did that to me too, actually. It was really not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's very
feel-
new.
Yeah.
Same. I don't know how I feel about that yet exactly. Let's not do that again.
For the sake of fairness, I'll go ahead and ask.
Damn.
Were you given a word by the
She was able to get to your heart faster than anyone else.
Aye.
If you don't,
Fair enough.
she likely would have given it to you yesterday.
I
Is there,
not sure.
is there training? They're beating the crap out of it.
I was feeling ill.
I understand.
What?
Getting worse and worse. Cadet.
As I said,
It just keeps getting worse and fucking worse. Worse and worse.
It's interesting that they've
fucking worse. What's
chosen
going on
the
here?
target.
Ryder, they're
you
beating
know.
they're beating the shit out of a brick right now, right?
They're attacking based on
Hey, man,
callouts.
That's basic. Hey, that's basic training right there. That works. That
Basic.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basic. All
What's
right.
the end of your
Well,
work
you
then?
know,
No, you're fine.
it was
That's
like
what
4
you
years
do.
ago. Right?
Sometimes if
That
you
was
go, hey, no. Sometimes if you go back to
Basic.
fundamental
That was 4
training,
years ago.
it works. It's great.
use one spot and then throw out
maybe,
freezing
but
cold
you know,
connect.
he's using a lance.
Depends on how I'm focusing. If I have to focus on a large area, then it's slower.
So Davril, this whole tournament, Mike, you want to switch to core instead of being in Narc?
I'm not. He's cool.
Yeah, I'm still in core.
Oh, right. The other way around. Well, I mean,
You got it the other way around there, Cortez.
look, you do a lot of extra studying and not a lot of combat given your capabilities. I just assume.
Yeah, it's because most of the time, if I'm going to be doing combat, I'm not more suited to letting the person survive for a long period.
I teach you things sometimes.
Fair enough.
Damn, what the fuck?
What about you,
That's why
Ashley?
this tournament was hard on me. I can't just cut people's fucking femorals.
Disabled. But I get it. I wasn't loud either.
Michael does.
Nah, we all remember the early stuff.
Just, you know, hanging around, having hands put through my body, that sort of thing.
Ah, she's there. Yeah, she did that earlier to Ryder.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. She just casually straight up behind him, arm straight through. Little bit take in the back by that.
Keep it with her!
Can you look up and tell me something? Look up.
What are they?
The barrier's on.
Oh.
No, it's on.
No, it's not.
Oh, no.
Ah!
No.
The thing you take for granted, right?
That
No,
one
the big
is.
barrier.
That one is.
Yeah, the graveyard skull barrier.
The bigger
Wait,
one
we
isn't.
don't have the barrier up. Wait, we're free. We can escape.
So I'm just gonna go home. I'm just gonna go home.
Fucking escape. Finally.
So taking some off time, right? Yeah.
Therefore, you forget our home is across the ocean. What are you gonna do? Jump over the water?
Hey, but the graveyard is still protected.
I'm going to request that you all bombs immediately.
Oh?
What is missing from the
Please.
All we heard was immediately.
What is missing?
Please go to the dorms.
Okay.
What is missing?
Go to the dorms.
Okay, alright, this is actual magic. Oh shit. What does it even mean? Like, what is it? A bunch of rogue orcs or something?
Well, it
You
means
know?
that anything that wants to kill us can get through the can get in here.
What does that mean? Like, you know, anything can come through? What, a bunch of goblins? Ah! Jeez! Ice titty right in the face.
Anything can get anywhere.
The fuck bell was
We
that?
did just get told to go to the dorms, so.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have a teacher. Okay, alright.
Then I almost...
So.
And we'll go. Hall.
Should we get equipped?
If you got a weapon, I would suggest that go. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Go.
Alright. I'm getting
Alright,
gear.
let's give them. We're gathering in the main hall.
Yes. Main hall.
Understood.
Oh, don't fall up the stairs. Don't fall up the stairs.
You're fine.
Yeah,
You're
nothing
right.
like tripping on the stairs. Jeez.
I'm told not to go to the roof.
Don't put it on the fucking podium. You are going to get your ass
Alright.
chewed out.
I'll
just leave it here.
I don't think you're gonna need it to where we are probably
They
going.
went to the roof. They were just told specifically not to go to the
I
roof.
think they went to the roof to tell people not
Oh.
to go to the roof.
They all went to the roof. They told us to not go to the roof, and they told us to ring the bell on the.
Probably should say that.
Now we're going
Come
to
on, let that problem to them.
So we're
line
supposed to
up, let the
all eat.
problem
Standard procedure, just take
Going with the
seats.
flow.
Let the prefect
I hope it's goblins. I really hope it's goblins. They're actually kind of nice sometimes.
You think goblins took down the barrier?
You know, you throw enough goblins at anything, and it could take down the world. Those little shits believe it.
Matisse!
Oh well. You can get to
Someone
it
stole it.
again.
I don't think so. It was this size.
Rudy, what are you doing?
Is this an assembly? Do we have to stand
You'd
up?
be surprised.
This is an emergency. I think it's called.
Well, then I'm sitting down.
You think there'd be
Oh,
an
no, yeah, sit
alarm?
down.
You think there'd be like an alarm spell on that or something?
It was a weirder alarm.
If it was compromised,
I rang the bell. The headmistress told me, and they just are going over there.
Way now. I mean, sorry, they're on their way now. They're putting an arcane lock on the door so that no one goes up to the roof. They're investigating the headmistress is here.
Got it.
It's right there.
Alright. Headmistress is here. Attention.
He's in the magical land of other
She was right next to you.
There's a lot of people not here.
Got it.
Don't worry about it. They're downstairs.
They're gathering
below.
now.
Just can't
over
see
there.
them.
They're right there.
This a bitch. Alright. Headmistress is gonna speak.
Right, we have at least one from every squad. Very well. Cadets, as you can see, we're having a little issue with our barrier. We're getting it resolved post haste. In the meantime, we're gonna have squads watching key points, or at least going and maintaining. It was up for a moment and should be back up, or rather down for a moment. It should be back up here momentarily. Trust me, I'll make sure of it. Right. GMA, disseminate yourselves among the squads. 1, 2 for each, as well as gallant, or rather general squad. Please, if you would.
Alright.
Fucking, I gotta dissolve into another fucking squad.
I saw your whole.
I believe Cadet Lila and Cadet Shizuko are with. There, yes. But just find yourselves a place. Good. Right.
Your feet. I'm antsy.
Ardenvale, check the museum. Or rather, yes. Ardenvale, check the museum. Ignis, check the library. Vanguard, check the arena. Pristhorn, Check the dorms. Gallants. There's one more. Arena.
Big tree.
Medical. Library. Museum. Dorms. And who did I not assign?
Gallants.
The Gallant Squad. I didn't assign Gallant Squad. I said medical. Who did I assign medical?
No one yet, ma'am.
No one. Good. Gallant. Medical. I want you to all check there. Make sure nothing is amiss. Go on. We'll assemble you shortly again. No one! No one goes up to the roof. Go.
You two don't have your equipment, you don't either? Let's move.
I do not, however, I can use my...
Okay.
Very well.
Head immediately to the museum.
Cortez designated them 2 key points. Thank you.
They're written forever in stone.
And I will make sure that they are getting their...
Go without them. We'll get yelled at.
What is Victor doing?
Yes. Okay, I don't care. At this point, they're holding us up.
That would be something that you're in the knowledge of. I don't know what is supposed to be here. I mean, a lot of
Everything that's been placed in here has been labeled. So if you see one that has a label that's empty, say
staff of... How do you pronounce that? Shantari? Imra? Alright. Any story behind that one? Fergalore.
Which one?
The weird staff that looks like something out of the Fade Darks. Like a bad horror story. Divination relic? It's kind of glowing ominously. Does it always do that?
Yes. So long as it has charges.
The golden booty.
Yeah. Don't ask. Or do ask, but ask Zachary or Lila.
I don't want to know. Fertility. I don't want to know about most of these.
Yeah, well.
Why are they so important to be stored?
Everything's clear.
Although those 2 blades look
Some
pretty
of them
nice.
are more important than others. You don't want those. They belong to Blackguard.
Mm-hmm. And Blackguard is more and more deadly. Why? Not just taking something from them?
Because those were powerful relics that they were using to open a portal. But they shouldn't.
Yeah, but relics in somebody else's hands is easily a transference of power.
Only to those who would misuse it.
Exactly, you know? We can have a tournament for that. Find a student who is worthy enough.
No. Then it should be destroyed,
Dancing coins.
in my opinion.
Hello, Professor. She can't hear us from here. Diamond in the rough. That must have some type of
It's not gonna be pretty.
black guards or glaives. So how many times have you come across a black guard?
Outside of Aldoria, not much.
Hmm.
But
Well,
that was
what did
when
the
we
what did our professors come in contact with, bringing back the AWOLs?
unknown. They said a cult.
Robes,
I think it was a
dark armor.
necromantic cult.
Hmm. What about this one?
Yimra. That was a staff of one of the religious leaders of the Church of Yimra, which ended up being a church being used as a cover-up for a Gilneas tree.
No, because I was dealing with your students.
Are still active.
This one?
You asked me to go collect
The vampiric trees that
Each of the
just
squads
suck
have
the
been
land dry.
assigned a different point.
Hmm.
This one.
And this was a living tree?
Keep up,
The
please.
dorms,
Yes,
the stadium,
because apparently
the library,
the way to make one is very graphic.
Professor Finn,
Sacrifices.
Requires
Vampiric.
requires the body of a vampire.
Oh.
they're being motivated.
And you brought them at least 3, right? That would have been awkward.
Guards are going to be seen to.
It was already activated. The tree was alive.
So it already consumed the vampire?
Keep moving between the points.
Mm-hmm.
With you.
Hmm.
It was already
So-
a massive tree.
Do we have any indications
why-
of what could be here?
Definitely
Are we looking for something in particular?
I believe we are just kind of making sure none of
We are
these
keeping watch.
artifacts are
Yes.
being touched.
My highest priority are all the weapons, the staff, and the divination relic.
Divination being touched. Divination relic, if it went missing, would be problematic.
Yes.
What does it do?
It allows you to, if you know the activation sequence, it allows you to go undetected for about 45 minutes to an hour.
Oh.
You cannot be divinated.
I can see how that can
you
be a
can't
problem.
be tracked.
Yes.
Huh.
So then it's more of an
A lot of-
activation relic.
So those are the most dangerous ones? The glaives, the divination relic, and the staff?
And the other weapon.
Yeah, look through looking cannon.
Curry blade.
Right.
Don't know.
What's the story behind that one?
Powerful necromancer.
Ah, necromantic weapon.
Well,
Think it's a reliquary?
I know I can keep this entire area locked down in case something does happen and possibly electrify the cases themselves. I would have to channel it.
We're not gonna cast magic near
Are these
things
act-
that are already magical. Could have dire consequences.
Honestly, the unknown artifact is the one I'm most worried about, because we don't know what it does. If it does anything.
Supposedly
looking
it
to
used
find
to do
out.
something. Now we are simply housing it here on behalf of cross-allied forces.
Mm-hmm.
And the necromancer didn't have a name to tie to the weapon?
Not really. We didn't ask.
Oh. That's the connection. That makes more sense.
Care to explain, or
What
you
makes more
continue to be condescending?
Camp Kari. You haven't gone up to the graveyard?
I have.
Did you read any of them?
Wait. think I know what you're talking about now.
Would you like to designate roles or patrols, or shall we just...
Unfortunately, this location is a bit difficult to watch all three entrances. However, one thing I will request, Cortez, please be careful when firing your weapon in here. You will break the glass, and you will make it easier for things to be stolen.
Got it. Adric, if you want to stay near the empty ones, that way if you decide to discharge your electricity circle, it's not going to hit anything in the area. Same thing as me.
Yes. Honestly, if we are in the center of them, it'll be much easier. Aside from that, we need to keep an eye on what is
Maybe
above.
just near those ones. Away from the staff if you can, though.
One of you could stay up there.
Well, it's a high fall, so
would
if somebody
suggest
does come
against that.
through.
Being alone is generally a terrible idea.
They have to come
Like I
down the
said,
stairwell
being
anyways,
down here,
or jump.
being centralized. Yes, if they want to do anything down here, we can respond. In the meantime, keep an eye on these two entrances here, and if someone can keep their eyes up above, that would be suggested. As far as roles, Greta, aside from myself, I believe you're one of the fastest here.
I will help maintain communication.
Thank you. Cortez.
Expect whenever something happens that I will come to you first. So keep an eye out.
Of course. What are you doing? Gavin will obviously be our shield. Feel free to fall to him to cover. But if you see him fighting something, please assist him.
Got the guard.
Yes, and I can...
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All clear.
As I was saying,
Adrian,
that
could
I
you see
can
enough?
lock down a large area if need be, but I would need to channel my man to do so for my field.
Yes, just be careful. Try to avoid damaging things in here.
Keep it small. No need for a big brawl. There's enough of us to overpower if one person shows up. Especially with Gavin.
One person. If it's a larger enemy, let Gavin stand in front as a shield, gain its attention, and then we move from there.
What about that, your buddy from the island who suddenly showed up?
If you see him, call it out. His name is Zane.
I know, I just don't want to
Your
jinx it.
whispers, call it out.
Understood?
Thank you, Greta.
And to be certain, you two over here heard and understood Arbor, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Whispers, figures, anything at all.
I mean, if we wanted to, Coretta could always leave one of herself up top. It's kind of a fake guard.
I'd rather she not wear herself out holding a spell that doesn't need to be held.
But if we do fight Zane, I know my magic's useless against him.
Can't really shock an undead much, but we can burn him, and we have Gavin.
But myself and Coretta can do more than enough. to stop an undead.
Burn them to a crisp.
Specifically designed to vanquish an undead.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Let Gavin smack him once. We'll see how long he stands. Granted, that's assuming he is. If night's fallen outside.
Yeah, it was already getting darker. So where's Ida?
Busy. She already has her task.
Do you recall if shouting would work good in here, or is it liable to break something?
Shouting? Shouting should be fine. I'll come with you.
Well, since they've stepped out, Cortez, is my voice any louder?
Not that I know of. I think it's more of a if you're far away.
Very well.
The barrier is back up.
Alright.
However, until we receive new orders, we will be staying here.
Don't know if
If we do
anything's
have to
slipped
venture
in.
outside for whatever odd reason, if there are hostiles still on the campus, assuming there are, stay close. Don't wander off.
Understood.
Understood.
I can hear
Well
it.
enough. be of notice that the barrier is up there for odd reason. Do you have any news?
Patrolling until the bell rings. That's about it.
Understood. Thank you, sir. I assume you all heard that? Alright. We'll head upstairs. That's the quickest way.
Understood.
Was I the only one that heard that?
Heard what?
I assumed it was just the lingering echoes of someone's spell activating.
Might have just been really loud, though, so.
Come on. Let's hurry up.
Same here.
Hey, Drake, come on.
Any updates, Headmistress?
Nothing yet that we've heard about these sort.
Cipher.
Right.
Greta.
She's your spot.
Are we assigning some guards to the front?
Jeez, you want to sit on my lap?
Yes, the guards will handle that right now. I'll be assigning them. I'll speak to
Stay with our assigned spots for now.
shortly.
Very well.
You're dismissed.
I do live on here as a gallant, but that's fine. May be seated. Unveil reports.
All clear, ma'am. Nothing to report.
Crystal Thorn.
Dorm's clear. Nothing to report, man.
Good. Vanguard.
The arena is clear. Shade. Shut the. Hello? Who's wearing badge here?
Vanguard. Reports.
It's a touch shitty in the arena, but there's nothing there.
Good. Ignis.
The library is on the front where the tree is.
We're here.
Tree.
Thank God everyone showed up.
Yeah, truly.
It's not you.
You're fine.
Whatever. Fine. Rex, if you would dispel your magic.
Okay, well.
There you go.
Interesting. It's all good. It's because she wasn't looking that way, fair.
Gallant reports.
Report.
Yes. We checked the med bay. There was nothing amiss, and we guarded the entrance, and we saw nothing get past us. We started questioning the professors, and everyone answered the questions properly.
Currently, the barrier is back up and running to full power. We're still investigating as to the cause. But for now, we will be having the Captain Jonas and the guardsmen doing patrols onto the perimeter. And they'll be watching from there. For now, keep alert. But you may power, or rather, you may or disarm yourselves. Let's keep an eye out. But from what everyone has said, seems nothing happened. So, stay alert, as always. But you're dismissed for the night. We'll be calling dinner here shortly.
Headmistress?
Yes.
By chance, do you think that you could fill us in, or inform us on what we could be looking for in the event that the barrier is compromised and something were to intrude on our grounds?
Generally the Fae themselves are kept at bay by our lovely Professor Breyer. But any other creatures, as you saw during the events of the Spirit Week, the creatures that might illusion themselves from the fell. We have dealt with that problem before. It's not something new to most of the Ascension students. Keep an eye out for that, as well as any might wish to intrude. People, if they treat you with hostility, treat them as well in kind. Keep your squads and yourselves protected. If not,
Headmistress.
anyone that is unfamiliar. Anyone that is unfamiliar here.
Band of goblins.
As well as if they are not violent, then tell them to leave. Actually, no. Don't tell them to leave. Bring them to the professor's attention and detain them. If at all possible.
That's what puffins are for.
If there's concerns of possible spirits or creatures of the fell, I would like to volunteer to actively join the perimeter patrols.
Of course. Expect nothing less. For the time being, as I said before, the roof access is strictly prohibited. Other than that, any other questions? Good. May disarm. You're dismissed.
I think not.
Telling us to disarm at your own peril. I wanted to ask about this because Zane's been seen recently. I think so. Gallant. I think we should at least stay in twos tonight. Make sure you're never by yourself potentially.
Thank you for staying professional.
Be pretty good protocol because it could be many things. It could have just ran out of power and they recharged it, but if it ran out of power at this time of year, it's not a good sign. It usually recharges on Spirit Week, which is many months away.
I'm just saying, if they didn't figure out what it was, then, or if they didn't know, well, they're not telling us.
Well, there's also, if someone touches it, it just kind of sucks you dry and you turn into a raisin and die. So maybe something like a big bug ran into it, like a bug zapper. I don't know.
They're really bad. A tiny bug.
Considering it's probably something more nefarious than that.
Like I said, you throw enough goblins at any problem and it will,
You wonder.
Literally, an army of goblins can just jump at it until they, ruin it.
Look, enough goblins can cause any amount of calamity.
Did not drop because it's different.
Let's go.
It's a connected one. Got it.
Because that could be more of a. Yes, but however,
Cortez, you're a
someone
hunter. Did you
came
find
through and
anything?
then went through the graveyard.
Not real, just a lot of empty fingerprints and a bunch of lost relics, but behind bars.
Whenever I need to find something, I always ask Cortez. You always find it.
Oh. It appears to be
If you do not mind me accompanying you, mine.
operational and just fine.
We do need multiple. I want people to stay in twos anyway.
Down specifically, not the one in the graveyard as well.
At the moment, no.
Okay. Thank you.
Actually, where did she head off to?
I'm gonna kill my armor just in case.
Yeah, I'll not take Soul tonight.
I'll wait here until the payload comes out.
good. I'm glad you're getting a hold of
They
your
have muscles. They can
abilities.
move.
My mother's a lop-eared. So it doesn't hurt anymore.
How could she?
Looks like Linux a little lop-eared too.
GMA is pretty good at
Excuse
that.
me. Progress.
Decoding ancient Norse languages with no relevance to any sort
Thought was already on my mind there.
I figured, but
Was I wrong to be worried about that?
Good to make sure.
Upper areas are not allowed.
It never hurts to check. It never hurts to check. To be fair, I didn't actually hear the exchange, but in general, we have always been a squad that's like very open or preferring of communication, especially when it comes to like things of.
I don't mean Victor was fine with it. I'm just more. Was it bad to be concerned about that area?
No. It was a very
No, I
valid
thought it was a good
concern.
suggestion. Yeah.
Yeah, it was that was actually a very good idea. Yeah.
Why does that hold
Like
importance?
wholesale. Good job. Well, I mean, it's a tree.
And also,
There are lots
it's
of
kind
them.
of a rather. Well, it's also a very easy place to be hidden at if there's, and is right by the edge of the barrier.
Yeah, I get the runes and
Yeah,
the other
if there was
unusual
anywhere
activity
there.
around it. What's special about it?
Classified. Sorry.
Fair
There's
enough.
something special about it, for what I know. Like, it has runes. People gather around it. It has
The tree's older
glow.
than the tree's older than the academy itself, for what I understand of it.
Mm-hmm.
That alone is.
Either way, the rest is classified.
how big it is.
Uh-huh.
That professor seems to be reading up about
Question
it.
about them, then.
Yeah, that's fine. The professors are allowed to. We are not allowed to disclose that information. Yes, competition.
No, well, no, it's the middle of the night, and there's like kind of emergency, so I think maybe tomorrow better.
So, I think that
I'm gonna have to take a point
the
on you
information
for this one.
that we were provided stands to reason.
We can do it, and I'll take the point.
No, that changes for Cortez though, because Cortez is always carrying.
No, he always has it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take a point from you, and you take a
What are you two talking about over here?
Talking about how maybe we should just stay
I
on
have
a
an
little bit.
uneasy feeling. I have an uneasy feeling for
Also
tonight, and
about
I'm
how
going to be
I'm just
sleeping
a
with my
walking
daggers close
reliquary
by.
of weapons.
Ow.
Like, I always have weapons on me, and everybody always finds it weird.
The timing.
I would say an armory, not a reliquary.
No, it's
You
not.
you don't
it's
carry
not
relics.
that.
Cortez, you're beautiful.
I
It's not
mean-
that
so
we
now
don't
don't
find
let
it
them take
weird
away your
that you-
shine.
It's because you always have him summonable. So
Yeah.
The sockets disappear.
you're never.
Either way, I feel like going to get my weapon at the very least. So does anyone want to
You should
volunteer to help me go
probably,
get it?
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, you should probably.
The areas that we searched.
Any volunteers?
Just in, yeah. You don't.
Yeah,
He's suffering.
uh-huh.
He's truly
I
suffering.
turned left a little
Trying
too
to.
quickly.
He's suffering a little.
Don't. I had Shizuko inside me today. I
We'll
don't need
talk
more
this
people.
way. We'll talk. It's
fine.
it's been a lot.
She's been inside so
Yeah,
many
okay.
people today.
Yeah, I
Did
think.
she take you from behind as well?
No, but she's the closest to get to my heart than anybody has ever been in the physical manner.
Are you going back to the dorms? I need someone to take me back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
I mean that physically. You didn't try to put your blade through my chest. Not yet, at least.
Phased her arm through his chest.
Nobody's yelling at me, so I don't think that
you gonna keep your weapons on you tonight?
Literally,
Hey, where you up to?
she could have grabbed it. I'm heading to the barracks if you want to go.
Sure, I'd love to go. Well, I need to get back to my dorm to get back the weapon so that I can, not die.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Mm.
Yeah, don't die.
I'll try not to.
It's not on the highest
of
part of
upset
my
about
list. You know, it's not high up on my list of
No,
things
it's
to
fine
do.
now.
Great, now I'm gonna be damp.
Trying not to.
Ugh.
Ah, come on,
Watch
you
out,
can
I
dry
got
yourself
bed light.
off.
Yeah, but now I just walk around with a steam cloud.
Maybe that'd be actually. That's a very smart idea. I mean, enemies won't be able to see through that steam.
It's not a lot, it's just a little.
I know, but better than nothing.
Bit. The bird will appear. There it is.
I made it.
Eventually.
I'm gonna get out of the door.
You know, Shizuko is very interested in how Ashley's magic works. She should talk to her.
Sorry to hear that.
Sliding around, huh?
It's faster than going bigger.
Mm.
Spending less.
Really?
Hey, Hannah.
Raleigh?
Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, sorry, I'm really out of it.
Neurali's nowhere to be found.
I need to.
You got
I don't need anything from you, but I want to let you know that I'm going to be gathering these samples from Ryder, Bio, Missy, or the thing for later.
Me right now.
Definitely do that.
To be
After
kicking
dinner.
that leg
After
and
dinner,
going.
if you wish to watch upon it, the conduction
Just a
of,
little
otherwise it
edge,
will be handled
you know?
and written.
I trust you. You can handle a little bit of samples gathering for yourself.
I mean, I did tell people, you know, disarm at your, disarm at your.
I have enough.
War room is the only thing I could think of if they're not anywhere else. So by the stairwell to the roof, there's must be one.
If you're looking for anybody from your squad,
I'm
Ryder went to
angry.
the arena.
No, Ellie's looking for someone to report to.
Arian was down by the beach.
Yeah, he said to not report to him because he's on patrol, so that leaves. I don't know.
How have you been today?
Pretty good.
Have any of you
Just-
seen where Coretta went?
No, but you can check back. Maybe the food.
I actually haven't seen her all day. I don't think the dinner gong has.
Yeah, maybe, but they were
Has it gone
patrolling with us. No. But the dorms is a little bit of a headache area for me right now for some reason.
We're trying to grab one too. So. Yeah, that's where we're heading next time. So.
Ah!
Crowd and a half. You just guarding the front door here, or what you doing?
No, came up through and I was wondering what they were all up to. Dorm seemed fine, but Nerali was a bit jumpy, so she's checking something out.
Okay. Oh, I guess if they want to check on the tree or whatever. I gotta go to the bathroom. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Don't know what Nerali's freaking out about.
Just proud conversations and you wait. Is there someone there?
Nerali's freaking out about something. She was just very uneasy.
I like when like people.
I have a feeling it's, you know, nothing, but...
That's a lot of people out there. What's going? What?
Probably nothing.
Probably nothing when practically the entire school is there.
Yeah, it was more like two
Did you hear a
people...
scream?
I did. I don't know why.
I heard. I didn't hear a scream. I heard a like a kind
Squeal.
of like a
the squeal screech type of thing. It wasn't
But you know, one person runs out here, 2 people, 3, then everybody. Suddenly the whole school's out here for no reason. I have a feeling everybody just followed everyone else.
Arashi just did. I helped her to check inside the place.
Okay, fair enough.
Neroli said she heard something up here, so we came to check.
Yeah, I was gonna train there maybe later,
my
but
mace, but it's fine.
because I'm assuming the barrier's there.
Can I
we
get
just
some
can't see it.
volunteers to check over that direction?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's
actually,
also
do you wanna check this one? Come
we can.
on, do
Has
whatever
anyone
you
checked
guys feel you need to do.
the mini waterfall? There's that one.
No, we came out here because Gnarly said she heard something.
Yes.
Okay. And then as we come here, I hear something squeaky coming out of the portal. All right.
Really bad.
You have enough liquids? Is the hit not getting into you?
Yeah, I feel disorientated. Out of my control, though. It's weird.
Do you need something? I have medical.
Anything?
That is it?
Yeah, they all just gathered because Gnarly heard
bathroom.
something.
Oh, wait, that's alarming.
Only in this. Well, let us not waste your time. You're limited in this form, yes?
Yeah, I've only got about 5 minutes.
Then be on your way. Use your advantage best you can.
Thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate it, but don't blast me out of the air. Just...
Continue to use
I
this
appreciate you.
responsibly, and I will keep this in mind.
Do not worry, I will use it responsibly like a cheesy
I see
bacon
to
with
our
its
own
full
patrols.
ingredients. Alright, take care. I'll see you later. Holy shit, that guy is scary. Whew. Well,
If you
5
wanted
minutes
to
left.
take a trip around the front, Nerali and a bunch of the other students were doing a patrol there. Nerali heard something, apparently. I'm surprised you put your gear back.
I did.
Professor Barry and Flora and Morgan are heading up to the waterfall.
Okay.
Things are looking a little more exciting, but not by much.
I think he saw it. Or at least he got secondhand. I don't remember. Cortez.
Hello.
You remember back when you saw that like shadowy misty thing?
Which time?
Wait, what did it look like?
Which time?
Which time? I mean,
I've seen it multiple times. Which time?
Okay, we're good.
All right,
Did it
then
have
talk about it
eyes?
every time then.
Yes, as it had
I'm gonna do
eyes.
my
One time it
rounds,
had eyes, one time it didn't
Did it
have
have
eyes.
red eyes?
One time it had white eyes, one time it had red eyes, I think.
Oh.
Interesting.
And one time it was Zane.
When did you see this?
Both times at the bay? Right? Yeah, both times at the bay.
Today?
No,
No,
both
at the
times at
bay,
the
Fortune
bay.
Bay.
Oh.
The only thing I've seen in this area is the tree had that weird misty stuff around it that one night.
Was that the same thing?
No, this was just a mist.
Oh.
Professor Wicks was there, and Professor Nisha, and I think two of your professors, but I can't remember who off the top of my head anymore. What is the tree, anyways?
Okay.
I just know it's been here before the school,
tree?
right? Why is it important?
Why are you asking me? I don't know.
They didn't tell
Is
you
it
guys
something
anything?
about the runes on it or the things on it? But it's so old they don't know what it
Dead
means,
language.
I guess.
Or maybe it's primordial.
I assume so.
The runes on the tree are dead language or primordial. If they were here before the
Most
school
of
was
you
founded,
would know, I assume.
most likely.
But it seems important, so.
Maybe Briar knows. He's kind of
Well,
old.
Well, I've been around
Actually,
everywhere.
I think Briar might have been the one to tell me that.
Maybe
Well, then if we see
Barian,
him, then we
he's
can
an elf,
ask.
right? How old is he?
I don't know. But he hasn't worked
oh no,
here
it was
with the
Barry.
CF for that
Professor
long.
Barry told me.
Ah.
I lied.
He's up on the waterfall right now with Flora and Morgan, so I might see about that.
Well, I have been interested in this tree since day one, so I guess I'll accompany you.
It's a weird thing to be interested in. Okay.
I mean, giant magical tree out the front. Been here for a long time, sitting on a giant monopool. It's gotta be something interesting at least.
Yeah.
Not my top priority right
It's at
now,
least
but
interesting enough that
how's the front of the school looking?
a bunch of Fae end up wandering around here.
Not sure. Your girlfriend came by and was like, "Hey, where's the professor?" And she brought Barry in, so something happened. I guess that needs the professor's
They're
attention.
still there.
I just
Yeah,
saw
they're
Barry
still
in
there if you want to check it
near
out.
the waterfall. How long ago was this?
Yeah, he, like, literally a few seconds ago,
rushed
within
over,
a
like,
2-minute
just a
range.
second
Yeah.
ago.
Ah, okay.
Let's go then.
I mean, I wasn't going to tell him. It didn't seem important enough. He was searching another area.
I don't see them. They slip by us unless they're under the tree.
I mean, there is a hole in the tree. Did you check the inside?
All right, yeah, let's do it.
Well, there's something glowing over
Oh,
there.
wait, whoa. Wait, is that? Oh no, that's okay. That's Rex.
Ah. And there's the tunnel to leave.
Yeah. They're just playing with the tunnel.
I don't know. Alright, Looney Tunes, calm down.
How's the tunnel there,
Anything to
boss?
report, Cortez?
No, nothing really.
No.
It's
We were
Acme
just
Incorporated would like their tunnel back, though. It's a Valdoria trademark.
What?
You can go in it.
Yeah, just go in Valendar. They have a company that makes a bunch of weird trick toys. It's fun. Oh!
Everyone pause.
Really weird. I have a really
Everyone
weird idea. I'm gonna
pause.
check.
RP.
Okay,
Oh
pause.
shit. Okay.
No, where's RP pause?
Everyone pause, please.
We're paused.
Neurology. Can I breathe? You feel something touch your shoulder. Lenneth, you would see this being behind her for a brief second. So would all of you facing Neurali. A figure appears. In a blink of an eye, he touches you. And these two figures, both Neurali and Zane, disappear.
So it's more than just Zane, multiple figures. Okay.
Neurali, please respawn. RP cards up in 3, 2.
Wait, clarification. Wait, when you said figures, did you mean just Zane and Nerali, or was there more than just Zane?
Yes.
Zane and Nerali disappear.
Just Zane and Neurali.
Okay.
Cards up in
Okay.
3,
Okay.
2, 1.
What the?
What
What
just
Damn
happened?
it, took her. Fuck. I gotta get.
What took her?
Cloak, Skulls, Zane.
Did they go underground?
Zane?
They're not
What are you
underground.
doing?
We would have seen them go underground.
How did he?
I know, but I wanted to make sure. Jeez.
How did he move so quickly? I thought he couldn't move people.
Shit, I should have. That was Zane. That was
I'm
definitely
gonna
Zane.
I'm gonna
should've
ring
used
the school bell, Rex.
Yes.
You think that's a
Please
good
do.
idea?
No.
We need to immediately,
We
yes.
need to blow the. I would say blow the horn in the stadium might be better.
Stay a group. Stay together. Although he's got what he wants, right?
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the ones in the back. Damn it! I should have put a board on her. I might have known where.
Rex, explain what the fuck just happened.
Undead.
So, it's an
Apparently
undead
he
named
can
known as
grab
Zane.
people.
She killed him. Yeah, she
killed him,
teleported
okay.
with her.
Well, that's.
Yeah, she's the one that killed him originally.
Well, at least he used the spell.
That now is alive.
Yeah, he's undead.
Also need to keep her.
in an instant.
Yeah, it was very fast. I'm heading to the I'm heading to the dorms. I'll notify. Just get everybody I can. Yeah, I know.
Damn it.
But I'll make sure everybody knows to move. Everyone immediately, let's go. Let's go. Let's move. Let's move to the... Let's move. Zane is here. I repeat, Zane is here. Let's move. Let's get to move on. Come on.
See, I told you it's not the dinner bell. You
Let's go. No, Zane. Let's go. Let's move it. It's not
What
dinner.
the fuck that was?
It's Zane. Let's go. That wasn't the dinner bell. Let's move. Let's move.
The school is under attack.
Nerali has been taken by Zane.
Where?
Gather all equipment that you need. Stay on
He
guard.
can't leave with her, right? Because of the barrier? Or we'd know?
We don't know that for sure, unfortunately.
Disappeared. Do you know if the barrier will block teleportation or incorporeal people?
You're barking up the wrong tree, kid. I know nothing about that.
Yes. They would have attacked long ago if it couldn't.
GMA, line
so
up.
does that
Share that info.
Yeah. All right then. Where
GMA,
was
line
they
up.
last
Still in
seen?
the ground.
Over here.
The front of the school by
of the
the tunnel,
academy
sir.
near the tree.
Adric, do you have your equipment?
Nerali was
No.
Actually, they was kidnapped by somebody named Zane.
Very well.
Right in
Adric,
front of the tunnel.
Stavros,
Stop
both
there.
of you will go to the dorm.
Okay,
to get
okay,
his
one at a
equipment.
time.
You
Right in front of the
What?
dorm, yes.
The tunnel. The tunnel.
GMA, over.
as soon as possible.
We were just there. We found a.
Where should we meet?
We found a shovel
We found a
near
shovel.
the area by the barrier near the tunnels.
If
All right,
if
everyone shut
everybody
up.
leaves, I will be in front of the school.
Apparently they saw Zane.
Ew, Tita. Explain. What did you see?
She wasn't there. She wasn't there.
She found something
We
else.
weren't there when they saw Zane, but we did find on our patrols an discarded shovel next to the barrier near that area. And we had brought Professor Barry to
Cadet, unless
investigate.
you're being talked to, shut your mouth.
Go.
Do we know that the barrier is down again? Just being sure.
The barrier is up. Is currently up. All right.
The barrier was down long enough for him to get in.
It would have been down long enough, though. Yes. All right.
We need to protect it
Squad's
from going
up.
down again.
All right. Yep.
If we're not given orders.
And it is protected. Varian has a lock on it. It is fine. It will be fine.
Brings peace of mind. I will
All
check
right.
on the state of the lock.
It's fine. I want Blazeheart, Cassidy, each take a squad, patrol the front, and see if you can find our cadets. Cadet Professor Nisha, if you would take.
Who's missing?
What?
Nerali.
Yeah, Nerali. Nerali was taken.
We are currently dealing with these threats.
Yes, he's taken at the front.
No.
Go.
How did everyone get there?
That dissemination.
All right.
We need to go to the dorms first so I can pick up something that
This is Lauren Audenvale. Go with him.
Send
Blazeheart,
CT.
take Gallant.
Okay.
It was near the tunnel if you want where her sent last mission.
I do, because apparently I was the last one getting information.
Lila into your dorm so she can smell.
Why did no one tell me?
It just happened.
Just happened, Ajax. It's been like
Come
1
on,
minute.
Neville.
We literally rang the bell, everybody got here, and you started asking questions about why you didn't know. And now you know.
Disarm after the initial
there's no time to argue.
just sitting
GMA.
Alright, it's quiet up.
Yes, ma'am.
Go with the squad that you were assigned to earlier today.
Roger.
Go with them, catch up with them. All right.
Which way did
Go.
Christopher
No
go?
one moves
Seems like
alone,
Christopher went there.
including Professor.
I'm on Arbor.
Cortez, wait.
Yeah.
We have to get Adric his equipment.
Yeah, well,
He was with us.
that's fine. You can run and grab him. Where the hell did Arbor disappear to? Why is she so fast? Did anybody hear where AV went?
Going with Professor Nisha.
Jamie, you were near them.
If she is okay, he's just going to use
Where did
her.
Ardent Vale run off to?
Following Nisha.
Taking hostages.
They went with one of the other
dorms,
professors
I'm
to follow down to dorms or something.
Dorms? Alright, thank you. I'm heading there.
Oh, the dorms are already being searched right now. We need to check the arena then.
I know.
Meet at Vanguard.
Very well. I'll make sure he knows.
Stay with him. Guessing Ida's keeping her distance, doing her own thing.
She has her orders.
To be very clear, it happened about as quickly as I could pull my trigger.
He's strong, so So don't go in guns blazing by yourself.
Well, that means if he
Well, you're
didn't go
smart,
through
yeah.
normal means, tracking scent probably won't
Yeah, I
work as
heard
well if
he's,
there's no trail to follow.
dead as well, so.
Well, if he's
He
undead, that
probably
means
has
he'll
it
light
out
up
for
like a
an
torch.
army.
Alright.
Yeah, burn him
Alright,
Considering
about
she
to
killed him, yeah.
and
fly
keep
one out,
going.
close things out if we can.
Alright, we ready?
Yes, I believe
If
so,
anything,
Lila.
one thing it could be is there's no trail
On
since he
Lila.
grabbed her and poofed.
But she still has her scent
Think
on
of
her.
something
Wherever
sentimental.
he has to
We don't know if it
go.
was invisibility or teleportation.
Well,
You can't leave the barrier.
We also need people to guard the graveyard and be careful to go there, because if he goes there, he could raise
I was
things.
thinking he might. I was thinking he might have gone there
I
considering
know
if
Shizu's
he
been guarding
killed
it.
him.
maybe the shovel? Could that be where the shovel is?
Galen, where are they heading? Where did they taken us?
Up in the front.
No, I-
Liang's with Professor Blaze Hot.
Okay.
There was a shovel, you know? Maybe he is digging something in the graveyard.
It
Well,
could be
the
her
barrier
grave,
stood up,
because
though.
he can't dig out. He's
True.
probably trying to make him. Fucking piece of shit.
If the barrier's up, that means he got in when it went down.
The barrier is spherical. It would go underground. He can't dig under it, so it might be he might be digging a grave.
Or digging up something. Who knows? Is that where he was? He was at the entrance?
Yeah, he just kind of showed up.
She's found.
Oh, he's here.
Literally, he's there.
Okay, good.
Where exactly did she go?
Report on her status.
Not know.
Hey, Gavin. Do you want to do like a check to make sure it's her? You know, touch her with something that an undead would, you know, burn with?
So just follow me. You're the only one here.
You know? I mean, I just want to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Right? Alright.
I know where it is. I know where it is.
Let's take a look over here.
This chest that she's talking about. It's outside the barrier.
Cortez, we're Professor Blaze Hart.
We've tracked Finn going that direction. And
Reattachment. We'll leave them to it. They got enough medical there.
Alright, Sheriff, keep a look on your surroundings. Apparently this individual can go invisible, so it could appear from anywhere.
Let's hope he doesn't
Keep an
teleport
ear
as
out.
well, sir. Otherwise, that arcane lock on top of the stairs isn't going to stop anyone getting up there and turning the barrier off again.
I think it might be only
Yeah,
short
it's like-
distances.
Like it's the incorporeal.
He's not. He's still there. Arbor shot him last time.
Convene with your squad. Nerali's been found, but we're sweeping for further intruders.
He still makes noise.
One thing
Listen
I've
for
heard is
footprints.
that this-
Keep chatter down.
Right.
that this is susceptible to light magic. Reduce small field of light orbs to ward him off. Or are we planning on baiting him in?
I'd rather bait
Capture.
him in if he wishes.
Normal undead tactics. If you have to kill him, go for the head. Something about them going off campus,
Are
though.
they...
We can loop back around to go to the front.
Do you want us to move closer, or should we keep patrolling his way?
Keep patrolling this way. Misty has the flare if they do need reinforcements.
Very well.
That would have been nice, yeah.
If you need to cross, there's a log over.
Before we jump it.
Find the gap.
This way to reconvene.
That weird rock.
Just making sure Adric didn't get caught off being alone.
Core tactics. Stay in the group. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay as 5.
At least it's difficult for an invisible person to creep up behind me. Not crunch on the ice.
You can hear his footsteps anyways, he's kind of loud.
I'm heavy-footed past today. Suppose if you're dead at something,
Far ahead of the crowd. They're not as fast as us.
Right.
What about that cave? Is that cave clear, or is it on the side of the barrier? What's up with it?
There is a seal that shouldn't allow anyone through, but we can do a quick sweep.
The mana crystals? It's a dead end cave, but yeah.
Would be a good place to hide, at least.
Yeah, people might think it's not worth going into if it's a dead end.
Seems intact. In theory, I don't think there's a back way out of here, so this wouldn't be an escape route for them.
Stone's too tough for a shovel.
Unless he suddenly knows earth magic.
Did anyone see where Levius went?
Yeah, he was assigned with the other group.
Yeah. I just realized that, like, before the bells rang, I was talking to him and definitely didn't know the situation at the time.
Yeah, he just crawled out of bed. I hear people casting magic in the distance.
Yes, and that concerns me, so...
I heard Arbor's gun.
Loop around back front. Let's cut through the academy and head back towards the front.
Yeah, they were all heading back through to the main hall area. Press ready to get to the medical, so I'm surprised he goes invisible after doing this kind of shit. Probably be hearing from the clinking.
He's still physically there, so you can hit him.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking, invisibility's got to be kind of mute if he's running around with brass balls like this. museum was all accounted for, wasn't it?
At the time, yes, but maybe not now.
Do we want to check in case it was a misdirection?
I mean, what could he have gotten besides the divinity relic?
Well, one of those things in there was a necromancy stick, so...
Let's head towards the fighting first. No point if he's already gotten it.
If we can find out where it is.
Oh, that sounds close.
That sounds very close.
Yeah, no, that definitely does.
Oh, there's a nice trail. Alright, weapons out.
Like I ever put it away.
That can't be good.
There's fighting going on over there.
I think I see Liang engaging.
Alright. Not going to be able to get up there, am I?
Don't stay alone. She's checking us now because I thought I saw a shadow up there.
Cortez?
Yes.
Cortez!
What?
They're appearing out of nowhere. Be careful.
Right.
Oh, hi.
Yao was ordered to check the rest of the perimeter for other breaches. We're heading towards medical and going from there, alright? So follow us, okay? If you're well enough. Are you capable?
So, would the necromancer need anything with the, you know, necromancy relics?
Possibly. Did he teleport?
No, we haven't seen him since, but you know, kind of the only reason for him to stick
What are
around.
they fighting down there?
more of those guard things, shields, undead. Not sure.
Come with me. Headmistress. Arashi, come here.
Do you need medical? Arashi, do you need medical?
I got a bite from Vivina. The pain is bearable. I just feel very.
Oh, look, he's right there.
Arashi!
Can we shoot through the barrier?
Yes.
Okay.
Come here, please.
There's like 4 of you right now. I'm trying.
A present for you, milady.
So Vivina has stitched up a huge hole in her stomach, and she sadly got stabbed again. So there's another one to her side.
Potion.
Like right through. Potion. There's a potion behind you.
Thank you. Here.
I need to find Dita. So I'm making
Thank you.
Son of a... Damn it, he was right there! Damn it!
Try and take it easy. Try not to lose any more blood.
Based on what Neurali
A lot of birdies. There's a whole pile of it over there. There you go.
Alright. Right.
Where exactly did he get off to?
Alright. Arashi, you could stay with Esme.
Yeah.
Wait.
Trying to heat you up, kid. Sorry.
Not normal ice by the sounds of it. Did it? If it's burning, did it have necromantic in it?
Where did they go? I don't know.
Get her to medical.
Where did they go?
They vanished.
Come on. You alright? Yeah, go get her checked out. Sorry again, kid. I was only trying to help.
Headmistress.
Are you alright?
We're gonna take you to medical, okay?
Take that as a no.
Hold on, no, don't touch her. Don't touch her.
If you have gloves on, you can touch her.
What is that red potion again?
Headmistress, if you're saying anything, we can.
Healing.
What is she? What's going on with her?
Are you injured?
Don't touch her. We gotta get her to medical.
Yes.
No, you can touch her with gloves. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's gloves.
I have a healing potion.
Understood.
That Lila's the crew.
Make sure she's alright. That's all I ask for.
She's having difficulties.
Professor, Lenneth.
with your permission, I would like to
Heading
take a
towards
few
the
students.
offices and ensuring that Lila and the rest of GMA arrive.
Keep on whichever one that is. Make sure she doesn't bleed out anymore.
Arbor, it's being suggested you go with Rise.
Offices.
Oh, yeah.
Understood. And I would like to.
Up to you.
Rise's
Yes, sir.
alright.
Are you okay?
Alright, anybody else need medical? How's everybody holding up?
Arashi had a hole in her, but she's kind of doing alright.
Fucking legs hurt from doing so much fucking cardio around the fucking campus. Well, you're not at whatever the fuck before.
How you doing, kid? Need a taste of my fire?
Yeah.
Heal you up a bit.
I've always been.
Hit me with it, sir.
Now that'll make sense why no one was listening to me.
Towards the barrier.
Now. Especially medical. Carry them if you have to.
I continued my patrol all the way to the other side of the campus to the crystal caves. There are no more red runes over on that side. I came back to report to the headmistress. Alright.
Would purple or orange be faster, Cadet?
Purple.
Right.
Fast as fuck.
Keep it going.
Oh fuck, I'm intubated.
Keep it going.
Alright, perfect.
We get like situated here. Okay. So
You're free to go if you need to.
I got stabbed straight through the stomach with a spear,
Especially if that's empty.
and then I got stabbed again on the right side.
You saying anything?
Yeah.
No.
I got stabbed on the right side, and I'm pretty
full.
sure that
Oh, okay.
damage affected me pretty greatly because I was laying in it. So let me see if I can get a roll.
I guess you can hold on to that for now since you're fast. And run around and see if anybody actually needs it.
Oh no, we're screwed. Here comes the rolls.
The real Ebony, thank you for the follow. It was in the middle of combat and stuff, so I couldn't check it.
One sip of a healing potion, just like a little sip. Alright, first roll. For injury number 1, which is the one that's been stitched up, is 6. And she's lost a lot of blood, by the way. Alright, the second injury for the second spear stab through the thing is a 12, so that's a little better. And then the frost damage, or whatever. Oh god, the necrotic ice damage or whatever. That's a 2. And the darkness blast, or whatever those were, that's a number 12.
Alright.
Are you talking? Because I can't hear you.
Alright. Yep, no, I was listening. Alright. I'm going to make the bleeding stop, and hopefully your unstitchings won't come apart, so I'm sorry if this is a little painful. It's the best thing I can do.
Vivina,
I need
bit.
you.
So, I have a little bit of a pain resistance.
Come on, Ellie.
Shit. Even if it's Claire, I shouldn't be running off alone. What are you looking for? If you're looking for your squad mate, she was near the front. Hello. Quick question.
Hi, Rock. What's up?
The relics inside of the museum are all still intact, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
This is going under. Give me a container. I have necrotic ice? Question mark. I need a container to put it in.
Necrotic ice?
I don't want to hold this. I don't know, Liang. It's in my fucking hand. I'm in pain. Oh.
Fuck.
Rise,
Come on.
what are you doing up?
She's having a reaction. Maybe she'll calm down if she sees me.
Maybe?
I did a roll. Very healing.
It's alright, they're just trying to help you.
Blood all over her, by the way. Just all over.
I can't move, sir. Please bring it closer. Somebody. Thanks. Take this to the headmistress. Necrotic ice? Question mark.
But if there are any other medical available that can take my spot, then I can talk to you.
I mean,
Can't move.
he's cold, but I mean...
Man, I have to shock us.
He's cold. He's
Miraculously unscathed.
A couple of them tried to poke me with the spear, but I had the shield.
Cortez, are you waiting for medical? Do you have anything wrong?
No, I'm fine.
Is it?
I don't think I ever got into melee
What
range
happened?
except for
I thought she might be
close to the same one time. That was
all over. Okay.
How about your side? Do they need medical help anywhere else?
No, nothing happened. Nothing happened at all.
What about the extra ones that are closed? Do they need anybody?
A good portion of it's lingered on her
No,
uniform.
they've
and she
got
was not
full
aware
medical
of it,
squads
and
in
so
them.
it started to soak through. Now that the adrenaline has gone down, she notices that her entire skin is inflamed
lucky.
and
I didn't know she
burning.
was injured. Oh, was it? What a...
I had noticed it before.
She has
She had been acting injured at least.
Normally, we have Ashley if you need an extra person.
Bandaging materials.
Yes, please help with Liang.
It's gonna take a little bit.
Sure, I can help. This way, Nerali.
Looks like she
Yes,
looks like she healed.
This
Skin
way.
should return to normal in duration because.
Hi!
Have you heard? Yeah, because I haven't heard anything about how he got back.
Apparently she was taken into the tunnel in front of the tree.
We were at that tunnel when she got taken.
So he pulled her into it.
Go into the tunnel.
It wasn't a pull, they were just gone. We would have seen her get pulled.
Not if he
It was
made her invisible.
It was a
Hmm.
shadowy figure there for 1 second.
Yeah, he was there
And
for a
then she
lot
was gone.
quicker.
Apparently
Just
that's
barely
what
a
it
second.
found her, so...
So it drug her. We didn't hear it.
Making a lot of assumptions here, which is why I want to get the story.
You'll have to forgive me. They decided to attack us in the middle of the night. It was very annoying.
Just weird.
Yeah, it was quicker than I could pull my gun and shoot.
Hey, what happened? Cortez, get Dita a new uniform.
Female dorms. That's Ashley. Fuck it. I'll go and get her stuff. It's okay.
It's a healing spell. Don't worry about it.
Oh, Professor. Professor, I stopped by the museum. None of the relics were touched, so those are safe. Just reporting it in.
Good. Thank you.
Has anybody seen Karata? Knock, 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 knock. Knock, 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 knock. There's only 2 people with smaller uniforms. That's Cortez, that's nice. These are small uniforms. I didn't peek. I'm not peeking on purpose. Okay. I really shouldn't be wandering around alone, but here we are.
Nice deep breaths.
No, it's okay. I can breathe.
You
Kind
okay?
of,
Hello.
kind of spinning there.
I mean my arm. Huh?
Hello.
No. No more places. I thought she would have gotten some on her leg, but.
My arm is, I don't know.
Okay. Okay, Cortez, do you have her uniform?
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me.
Alright, I will leave you to that.
Alright,
Thank you.
Getting dressed.
I see you found Esme? Question mark.
Okay, I'm gonna help you.
She's right there.
Oh!
Do you need me to help?
Where we?
If you want to come over down to the very end,
Raise your arms, if you can.
you
If
might
you
be
can.
able to help.
I'll be back.
Shizuko.
Your spear is spinning very
Don't
violently
strain
on my
yourself.
end.
You just have to blink.
Okay.
Apparently it broke.
Might blink.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I need to help.
I won't keep her for very long.
Boots, do you want to wear socks?
We'll just be at the other end of the hall.
Rather
yeah,
your
I'm just gonna
pants.
wear.
Such.
I don't. I have leggings. Yeah, I'll put them on.
Is everything clear?
Why don't you take a proper seat, cadets, and
I know.
wait for her to come
Are you
back?
busy?
The corner.
You're wearing.
Mwah, just for you.
But no.
Give me just a second.
Need to be ready.
There we go.
I went back to the museum. All the relics are still there.
One more, and then I'll be back.
You been
Good,
working
thank
out
you,
or something?
Cortez.
Did you,
Atlantic.
Did you get
You are
shorter?
assigned.
Oh, hi.
You are assigned to Cadet
What's the
Pirelli.
report?
Assist her in whatever she needs.
Okay. Roger.
How's Liang? How is everyone? Does anyone else need to be checked out?
It's all been assigned already. You're good to rest.
Where did you acquire this?
Can someone from Ascension speak to Liang? He's requesting someone from Ascension Academy and not me. For a brief moment.
The ice that was
I can do it.
I can do it. Was of necrotic nature. I am unsure, but I got a piece of it, and I tried to absorb it. And I'm a little unnerved to see what happens when I take the armor off. Even if I was successful or not. I tried to.
But I think it's worth a shot.
Come sit down here.
Okay. Perhaps we should do this in parts then, yes?
Flora needs help.
Are you able to unabsorb, or rather, disengage your armor in parts?
Next one over.
Okay, that's what I want you to do.
Oh, we have space here.
I want you to slowly disengage each part individually. Wait 5 minutes. You don't have to do this now. Make sure someone's with you. And the second it starts to hurt, the second you see any blackening of the skin or anything, you stop.
Ready? And do your report. Whenever you are, you need to come to me so I can look after those wounds for you, okay? I'm not gonna force you, but you need to come to me, alright?
Is everyone okay on this side?
He's currently trying to
I only took care of Dita. I had no idea what was going on in that tent.
It's empty.
It is now. It wasn't when I first got here.
Do you know who was in it?
I believe that was Esme.
Ah, I saw her standing and fine.
Just a minor arm injury.
Thank you, Cortez.
Unknown at this juncture.
Arbor. You know where Barian is.
Least I saw he was near the front of the school, but that was minutes ago.
Are both of you uninjured? Fine, let's go.
Hey.
You alright?
Yep. Almost died from trying to help someone get treated, but I'm okay. How about you, Mr.
Have you seen Barian at all?
No, I have not.
He's just less peppy. He'll come down from whatever he drank or ate.
Oh, this is what he's like when he's got it.
Alright, if you have energy to spare, why don't you go do some laps and come back? Maybe that's a good idea.
It's raining outside.
Man, you remind me of myself when I was in high school.
I'm not to say that.
She fluxed. Otherwise, she would have been open for visitors.
I've got one. I got one gold.
No, I'm fine.
Did you get hit at all?
No. Waiting for Esme.
Mm. For what it's worth, Augusta, you look amazing.
Thank you. There is a container in the morgue. No one is to touch it. It's to be examined by the headmistress and the faculty.
Understood.
Now, do I get a little more information? Jeez.
I'm gonna wait for the headmistress. Oh, for her?
Mm-hmm.
Technically, this is medical classified because, you know, doctor-patient confidentiality and all that. But if you walk just this direction. One, she's gonna be fine. Two, necromantic burns from the blasts.
What blasts?
Oh, you weren't there for the fight?
I was there for a little bit, but it was very hard to tell what was going on.
Armored units with necromantic magical blasts.
I had a vantage point. I was staying away from them, so I couldn't tell exactly what they were doing.
She got hit.
Review by check.
Yes, sir.
No, it's important.
I have not.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen her since the fight. Actually, I didn't see her at the fight. And what about the thing that was buried outside of the barrier?
Is that what was in the box?
Apparently.
I never saw that.
Hey, you're up and walking. Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Just next time when you try and stand, make sure that I'm there so I can support you, just in case. A lot of people kind of assume that they got it, and then they smash their faces in.
Yeah. Let's just
Don't
say
scratch.
I don't like being a burden to people when it comes to
Sure. Okay.
being self-sufficient.
Let me put it this way. If you don't do that, you are a burden because you would be causing people more trouble if you didn't get the help in the first place. Also, it can get them in trouble for not helping you. Okay. That being said, don't scratch the surfaces. I'd recommend aloe to rub on to any of the surfaces where you do feel agitation still. Don't wear any particularly tight clothing. And that should be it. Tell us if anything weird happens or if you feel itchy in strange places.
Nice pirouette. I will.
Thank you.
Is Yuri okay? He's still in that form.
He's in a mood.
You know, once he
doing
comes
best.
down, and then he'll be drinking more of those energy drinks by the morning to recuperate.
He lost a lot of whatever blood crystals, I guess. I don't know what it is at this point. I didn't realize how much of that purple necromantic powder or explosion I had on me. I thought I could wipe it away with wind, but apparently it sticks to the clothes and seeps in, and by the time you know it, half your skin is like irritated and like trying to rot off. No.
I just burned it off.
Yeah, some of us don't have that option. You and Avril have some special circumstances. Thank you, Gavin, by the
You're
way.
welcome. No problem.
Do you want to talk about it?
Okay.
I mean, the damage is probably done, so
This-
there probably will be some irritation for a bit, but at least it's
Yeah.
the necrotic nature is gone.
Yeah,
for
it
now.
stopped. It stopped eating away. Yeah. Is Shizu okay?
And yes, Esme's my guess did work correctly.
Okay.
So it's just
Okay,
taking some
that's
time.
good.
Oh, look who's walking around. The hole they put in her didn't keep her down.
Good news.
Yeah, she told me about that, but it's not that I didn't believe her, it's just a lot of things were happening at the same time, and I kind of feel bad for not, like, helping her or finding her a medic. I kind of just left her there because the headmistress told me to look for runes.
Everything. It was a severe case.
Yeah.
So her brother, she told me that he pretty much just injected all of his flames inside of her body and burned her from the inside out. So we're pretty much just doing that on a minor level. I haven't seen him.
Over here.
Oh.
Careful.
It was scary.
I know it was. That's why I was standing up on the top. Once I saw them shoot out that all around them, I kind of wanted to keep my distance.
No, I mean, I was there both times when we found the shovel and when they started attacking.
Yeah, I was there when Zane
shovel
grabbed
was
her.
used. So
it smells the same, even though it's different.
He was there, and by the time my arm was up and my gun was out, he was gone.
Has the gong rang yet for dinner? I'm kind of hungry.
It might be out. Let's check and see.
If they think they got hit, they can.
Careful, the roses. Anyway. I'm sorry, hon. You're just too.
Are
Well,
you
I gotta
good?
go to the med bay first, and then we're gonna go. Yeah, she's just gotta wait till her eyesight comes back.
Did she need fire?
Nah, we've already did that. It's just mana at this point. She just got to wait till some of it comes back.
Okay.
But thank you.
Sorry, I had to make sure Yori was okay. He's waiting for Esme, but she, is a little clueless always, so...
If I see her, I'll send her back over to him then. There is no dinner, so
No,
I'm gonna head to the
she's
cafe.
she's there right now.
Oh.
No, she's already there, but she hasn't said like the magic words.
Ah, I wonder what they are. I don't know.
Like, hey, I'm here. You can like be okay now. He.
Why does it need to
said
be
that
Esme?
She told him because apparently she told him to stay here, and that is what he is doing. He is staying there.
Why is he listening to her?
So, don't know if you've noticed, but he had the same googly eyes that you had at first to me. He has them towards Esme. So.
Oh, right. Except I don't think she really cares about it.
I don't think she really understands herself. So.
No, yeah, I don't think she does.
Are you okay?
I could use a Mai Tai.
Okay for now.
Alright.
Same actually.
5 cc's of alcohol. Stat.
I dodged.
Well, luckily he wasn't aiming for me.
Follow the bridge.
Don't worry, I'm gonna prank Ryder really hard one day. Don't worry. When I learn how to cast weather magic, I'm gonna sit in a chair in the middle of the field. I'm gonna cast a really big storm, and then as he approaches, I will tease him about it.
Ah, look, storm is approaching. I hate it.
I am the storm. Yeah, he said that joke today, so I know he knows.
It's a good joke. I love that joke so much.
Mm-hmm. All right. Ooh. Tired.
I am too. Whatever that fucking circly, misty shit it made me.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was happening. I don't think the person using it on me knew what it did either. They were like, "Oh," when I was hitting them in the face. So I felt that, man.
I don't know
how do you
either.
guys hold up?
I don't know. Zane grabbed Nerali in front of us, but I didn't hear him. So it was kind of weird. Because every other time I was able to hear him.
He's learning
new tricks.
Albrecht, for example. Albrecht, if you've ever met him, he could have been here this whole time, but he's the master of illusion, so he he can even avoid smell and everything. You can't detect him in any shape or form, unfortunately.
Yes,
I
him
think
and Ida
Madame
work the
Minerva
same.
can with her sight,
But as far as we know, he only has invisibility. You're able to sense him. He's still physically there.
That seemed to be teleportation in that case, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Right.
Which means that
He snuck up invisible very quietly out of the cave and then teleported with her.
I'm
Which
hearing
means-
people say that he just pulled her into the cave, but those are people that weren't there, so I'm trying to confirm. if
I
that
was
something that
there.
actually
It
happened.
wasn't a pull. He was there and then gone. It wasn't a movement, or else I would have shot him in the
Right.
back.
Yeah, my first idea, the only way it could have been a pull was if he went invisible, touched her, he went invisible, he was invisible,
if he only
went
blinked
visible,
into the
touched
cave
her.
with her, I don't know how we didn't notice that.
He would have
Sorry,
had to
I didn't
go
mean to cut
pretty
you off,
far
continue.
into the cave to
No,
make
it's
it
fine.
to where it's too dark to see her.
It's possible that's all he did, but I think that we would have fought to go in there.
There,
Mm.
because I'm trying to think about all the things I know. Because we had a professor, a couple thousand years old, a wizard. He's able to teleport sort of like that, in terms of from one point to another a couple times a day. Blackguard, black unicorns are capable of teleporting once per day from one location to another, but not back. For him to be able to dislocate himself in that manner without any form of circle, unless there was trap magic on the ground and we missed it, and she just happened to walk over it, I don't know. Because you guys use those portals all day that take us from point A to point B, but they don't move. They're stationary. They're powered by the rune crafting on the thing, very complex,
Yeah,
right?
and if you were to move
Headmaster
one, it
was a
probably wouldn't
conjuration
work.
teacher.
Mhm.
When I summon my weapon to my hand, when I just put it back, it goes back to where it was. So unless he is technically someone's weapon, and they were summoning him back and forth. I can't really think of any other thing that I'm aware of.
I mean, we could ask Nerali where she ended up right away.
Very fair. Because I know we found her at the cave entrance, which was really odd. I think because we found the shovel, I think he was trying to dig a grave.
No,
Because of
apparently he
everything.
wanted her to dig something out of a chest that was buried outside the barrier.
Interesting. Oh, so he had her go out. What? Because I know. Is he still trapped in here? Is my other question.
No, he left.
Because if he could teleport out, then how did
No,
he?
he was
leave?
outside,
How did
he was
get
outside
out?
the barrier.
The barrier went off. Remember
how?
when it was going during the
So
combat?
when it was when it was going red, he
It was
went outside
breached,
the barrier,
yeah.
and then he and his
That's
cult
He left.
fair. Okay, understood.
We killed a few
Okay.
of them,
I
and they
watched
kind
him
of
leave.
just.
We were ordered to follow Professor K, so we didn't see that. So
Yeah, during the combat, he went outside the barrier and he talked with Barian, and then he walked a few steps and turned invisible. I don't know what the
Fair.
conversation was about, but it was enough for Barian to get really pissed. So whatever it was
all
that
I
he
know
was
is that I
after,
was guarding K in the back, so I missed a lot because I wasn't.
Apparently,
You know, too many people, too many cooks in the kitchen. I was.
Sorry.
What was that, sir?
If he went invisible, wouldn't he be using
I'll be with you in a
some type
moment.
of illusionary magics?
Yeah, he's
Him
able
and,
to
him
go
and
illusion.
Albrecht have had
That would be my guess.
bottles invisible before, because they can sort of detect each other. It happened on the island, if you remember. Albrecht managed to cut him, but he spilled necrotic blood, which proves more that he's undead. But we already know that at this point. It just comes down to
Or
how
maybe
where's his power coming from? Is it him or someone else? So.
Right.
With illusionary magic, is it possible to turn others invisible? Maybe he didn't teleport at all.
That's what I
You can
thought
cast
happened in
it
that
on
moment.
others.
But when we reached forward, but we didn't. Yeah, Albrecht's made us invisible before.
And I immediately
Back
shot
when we
where he
used
was
to go
standing.
training
It
privately in
didn't
the
hit
cave, and
anything.
you guys couldn't see where we were going. And you know, I reached and stuff. We all did, but she wasn't there. So
he did teleport. Good. That's what I assumed.
Apparently short range.
then again,
That seems
keep in
pretty
mind,
conclusive.
illusions can, at the highest level, they can almost make us think we saw things that we didn't. So for all we know, they could have been. He could have just moved out of the way, and I don't know. It's a mess. They can make us taste things like that burger could taste like ice cream suddenly. Yeah, certain illusion people focus on just that. Because if you read the book in the library, if it's in stock yet, it explains that, you know, under illusion there's glamour, which encompasses all the different senses. So some might focus on smell, etc. So you can lead a lichen away, etc. Right? Damn. Illusion can attack all the senses. Hence why Albrecht can make himself completely undetectable, because he controls which ones smell and everything are eliminated, right? So, God, do you think he doesn't shower? Oh no, I don't want to think about that. Anyway,
I mean, I guess.
Are you okay, hon?
maybe.
It's a lot to think about.
oh, you got your sight back.
Yeah, I was
Yes,
just
yes.
closing my eyes.
I'll be in the common rooms if anything.
Did you just fall asleep?
Oh,
Well,
okay.
her eyesight's been gone this whole time, so she has to get her mana back to get her sight back.
Who only knows?
Whoop, sorry. I'm
Well.
sparing to the universe.
Yet your milk is
Actually,
perfectly
if I-
solid. That's
If
terrifying.
you're on my
actually.
milk,